Patrick here at Spartansuppz.com with a supplement review on the all-new Blackstone Labs Hype Extreme. This is the updated version of the original Hype, the OG. The Extreme version, formulated by the absolute scientific master, the Guerrilla Chemist, in-house Chief Science Officer at Blackstone Labs. We are going to go over the ingredients, we'll go over dosing, we'll go over effects, we'll go over interaction of the ingredients. I'll give you my feedback on it, and we'll also cover stacking and how you go about that with this particular product. So let's jump straight into it. On screen now, you're going to one of these nutritional information panel for this all-new Blackstone Labs Hype Extreme. Each tub has 25 serves. One serve has 8 grams of total ingredients, kicking off with 2 grams or 2,000 milligrams of glycerol monostearate, or hydromax glycerol I should say, which is the patented version, the best version of glycerol monostearate. OG Hype used glycerol monostearate, which has some clumping issues. It's very common to have clumping issues, I should say. The hydromax glycerol is a very cool ingredient because it creates a hyperhydration. It works as basically like a magnet, attracting fluid into the cell, soaks up more water, and it can basically create like a real fat swelling effect. So it's a cell volumizing ingredient. But what's cool about the hyperhydration is your body allows you to hold extra water, which is exactly what you want when it comes to workout nutrition. But you'll also be able to reduce fatigue and reduce the performance which comes with dehydration. Think a 2% drop in hydration, a 20% drop in performance. So the advantage to staying hydrated is very significant in terms of not dropping performance. It's not so much about increasing performance, but not losing that large amount. Like 20% is a huge drop in performance. So it works very effectively at doing that. The other cool thing is it'll actually help to pull other nutrients into the cells as well. Other ingredients that have this effect are creatine. So if you're going to take creatine, I would actually put it into this. Next up on the list, we've got some sodium nitrates at 1.5 grams or 1500 milligrams. Now, sodium nitrates are the extract or the concentrated version of beetroot extract. So you're going to get a much more direct method of getting that ingredient. You get a much higher concentration, and the cool thing about the sodium nitrate, it converts into nitric oxide in much less steps than something like citrulline or agmatine or arginine. So it's a very direct method of doing so, which means you get a much more dramatic effect in terms of the pumps. So you get increased vasodilation, and you also get a reduction in oxygen consumption in the mitochondria. Now, what's cool about this is that you're producing the same amount of energy using less oxygen, which means it's going to have a performance boosting component as well, because it's going to help to reduce fatigue. So aside from being really cool as a pump ingredient, it's going to help a little bit with muscular endurance, like up to 15%, and reducing fatigue a little bit as well. So very cool ingredient. Next up, we've got some Rhodiola Rosea standardized for salidrosides at 300 milligrams. Now, rhodiola, cool compound, very common in as a nootropic type ingredient. It's also quite a relaxing compound, great for reducing stress and fatigue. Helps a lot with the function and memory, like brain function, memory, retention, and recall. Rhodiola is often used as like a treatment for dementia and for, ironically enough, the name is escaping, Alzheimer's. But the other cool thing about this is it actually helps to activate AMPK. This is going to help with glucose uptake, so you're going to get a better pump because you're going to get those carbohydrate pumps as well, and it helps to reduce the effect of lactate. Lactate is a marker of fatigue, so if you can reduce that, you're going to be able to perform better for longer. Very, very cool. Next up, we get a little bit of alpha GPC at 250 milligrams. Now, this is the bread and butter, in my opinion, of this product in terms of the nootropic effect, because this acts as a source of choline. Like the alpha GPC stands for glycerol, phosphoryl, choline. Choline is a real standout of this one because it acts as a source for the body to think of it as like a bank where the body can draw from to process the choline and make acetylcholine. Now, acetylcholine is the one that really has a great effect. Incredible mental focus, helps with cognition, helps with recall, will help to reduce reaction times, and it also helps with muscle contractions as well. So you're going to be able to think faster, your recall's better, you feel sharper, and you get that real good mental focus. And this is significantly more effective than taking something like a tyrosine or so on, because you can take a lot less of it and it's much more concentrated. Next up on the list, or last on the list, is some huperzine A. Now, huperzine A is dosed at 300 micrograms or 300 mcgs, and again, this is very good for memory retention, again used in treatment of Alzheimer's. But what's cool is it acts as to prevent the breakdown of the enzyme that breaks down choline. So you've got something that on one side that's acting as a source of choline to help make more acetylcholine, which is going to help with the muscle contraction, memory, focus, retention, and so on. And then you've got the huperzine on the other side, which is going to help to reduce the metabolization of that ingredient, so it's more of it stays readily available. So these two have a really synergistic effect in terms of the huperzine not so much just boosting the focus in itself, but allowing the alpha GPC, or the choline in particular, to do its job and stay available. So it's like a team effort in letting the A team do its thing. There's like the support network for that. And that's what's in it. So we've got some really cool pump ingredients. We've got a cell volumizer in our glycerol. We've got a very, very powerful vasodilator in the sodium nitrates. And we've got the mental focus aspects. We've got things to delay fatigue. So this is quite a well-rounded, on paper, it's a relatively simplistic product, but knowing the science behind the product and knowing the Guerrilla Chemist, there's nothing simple about this. Every ingredient was handpicked, and for good reason. There's logic and data to support every single ingredient, the dosing of every single ingredient as well. So let's mix a little up while we discuss this and see what it's like. Now, it comes in two flavors. It comes in cotton candy, and it also comes in fruit punch, which I've got here. Now, cotton candy is exactly, if you've had the Dust V2, exactly the same. So it's not going to blow anyone's hair back in terms of like being a new flavor, but it will stack very well with that. Now, fruit punch can be a hit on this flavor, as you know. So this is my personal top. I've tried the cotton candy. I like it. Take one scoop. Drop that in our 500 mils, 20-ish ounces of liquid. No blender balls. Blender ball. A few shakes. And that's it. So, one glass. Light fruity little colour. It is mixed incredibly well. The cool thing about the Hydromax glycerol is it's got great solubility. That's the ability of it to basically mix in water. And the solubility of the glycerol monostearate is not as breathtaking. It can be a little bit clumpy and it can sort of like ball up and be a little bit hydrophilic, but this looks mixed very, very, very well. Let's try it out. That is a damn fine fruit punch. Fruit punch can be a real hit or miss flavor. Now on the picture, we've got orange and banana. And it reminds me of like a lolly or a candy, if you're an American, that you had when you were a kid. I can't quite pick it. It's really nice. It's got a nice hint of banana in it too, which is strange for a fruit punch. It doesn't taste fake. It tastes like real fruit. Really good, like Blackstone nail flavors, and this is absolutely no exception. Very, very good. 10 points on the flavors. Cotton candy is delicious. Fruit punch is delicious, and I think they were good flavors to select because they do stack quite well with the other products. In particular, the Dust V2, which comes in cotton candy, and you got watermelon, pineapple, and so on. So those flavors are really going to match up quite well, and they did a really good job with that. The other thing that stacks well with this fruit punch, sour gummy bear as a flavor stacks extremely well with that. It's got a nice sort of like fruity candy nerd sort of flavor about it. It's both sweet and sour together and quite delicious. So in terms of the effects of this here, delicious hype extreme, which I'm just going to finish. Real fine. I have tried this a bunch of ways. I've tried it on its own, and I've tried it with a couple of different pre-workouts, one of them being Dust V2, of course. So, effects-wise, I found that the mental focus was really good. I actually wasn't sure what to expect because, to be honest, I've never really felt a whole lot. There's not that many good non-stimulant pre-workouts in my opinion. This is one of the very few that's not just a pump product, that actually has a performance boosting element to it as well. The performance on the product was good. I found like it could just go a little bit harder. It wasn't mind-boggling. It wasn't like beta-alanine type endurance or anything like that. But you did feel like you could keep going and pump out a few more reps. The oxygenation side of it, in terms of muscular endurance, felt really good. The pumps were, in a word, disgusting. The first time I trained on this product, the pumps were insane. I trained like in the morning. I trained relatively fasted, which was not ideal. So I hadn't had a whole lot in me. Like I did have quite a lot of liquid with that, which I want to come back to. But it was all the scenarios for a crap workout were all on the cards. Didn't sleep enough, didn't eat enough, didn't drink enough. But the pumps were absolutely intense. Extremely good pumps. They lasted for a really long time, and there was a very tight sort of feeling. You got like the cell volumizing, which is sort of like, I feel to me like the base of the belly of the muscle, and then you had really, really potent like full pumps from the sodium nitrate as well, and they came on really fast. So when I started training, like did some benching and things like that, some heavier stuff, but once you moved on to like some higher rep stuff, which in powerlifting terms is 10, the pumps really took on a whole new world. So blood flow, excellent. Pumps, excellent. Ability to stay pumped as well post-workout was quite good, which is fantastic because that's going to help to trap nutrients in there and keep delivering blood to the muscle cell to help deliver more nutrients and bring the good and take out the bad. So in terms of the effects, I was extremely impressed. I honestly did not expect anywhere near as much out of this product, but I liked it. The cool thing about this is you can legitimately use this as a non-stim pre-workout and not take stimulants. Now, it is recommended, and the Guerrilla Chemist is a big advocate of cycling stimulant intake. I do not practice that, I'm not going to lie. I probably should, but I do not very often. However, I will intersperse my week with days where I just take something like Hype Extreme, and this is going to be one of my regulars because it's actually a performance boosting product. It's not just a pump product. Like a pump product to me personally doesn't serve a huge purpose, but this was very, very good. Something you can take if you want to get good focus, good workouts. It won't keep you awake, obviously, because there is no stimulants in there, and you're going to get a great workout with better blood flow. And there's like the performance boosting element, not just a pump for the sake of a pump. You can actually do more work, and which is going to help you to stimulate more muscle tissue, which helps you to grow. In terms of stacking, alongside Dust V2, even better. I think like having those elements of better clinically dosed beta-alanine, a little bit of caffeine, having like the addition of citrulline and norvaline in particular, which is in the Dust V2, fantastic. So once you add that in there and you've got your little bit of acetylcholine in there, the mental focus and alertness is just insane. They stack extremely well. My favorite combo, like I said, is the fruit punch and the sour gummy bear in the Dust V2 in terms of flavors, but that would be a killer combination to go with, and that way you've got that versatility in terms of varying your stimulant intake. I like to have this, and then I'll have about half, 2/3 a scoop of Dust V2 together. So very good. In terms of value for money, 25 serves, $69.95, makes $2.79 a serve. So I think the price point is about on par in terms of good non-stimulant pre-workouts, such as like this, Core Pump, Redcon One Big Noise. So value for money wise, I think it's quite good, especially when you break down the dosing of the ingredients and the source of them, like having Hydromax glycerol, not glycerol monostearate, and so on in there. Not exactly a cheap product to make. And flavors and effects and everything is just fantastic. This would be, without doubt, one of my top 2 favorite non-stimulant pre-workouts. This has gone straight up into that category, so suitably impressed. And in terms of flavors, definitely the best non-stimulant pre-workout around, in my humble opinion. So that pretty much wraps it up. Actually, I have not wrapped it up. Glycerol works well and the hyperhydration works best if you take in a lot of liquid. So if you were going to take this as a product and you want to get the maximum effect, I would recommend drinking it in one whole shaker. getting in a lot of liquid around your workout. The more water, everything happens in a base of water, and the more water you take in, the better it works. So taking in at least 500 mils of liquid at a bare minimum alongside this is going to dramatically improve its effect. If you thought it worked well, taking it in a little shot, like in a little, half a little glass, try taking it in 500, 600, 700 mils, like 20, 30 ounces for the Americanos of liquid, and the effects will be absolutely pronounced, noticeably different, noticeably better and much more pronounced. So that's the hot tip in terms of like liquid. Glycerol works wonders when you're taking a lot of liquid with it. So take advantage of that hyperhydration. The pumps and the swelling are ridiculous. So that wraps it up. Supplement review on the all new Blackstone Labs Hype Extreme. Done. If you liked this, it's available at Spartansuppz.com right now. $69.95, free shipping on any order over $100. We do worldwide shipping from $9.95 and same day dispatch before 3 p.m. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button down below, drop a comment with your feedback, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest content and supplement reviews. Thank you again for watching. I'm Patrick from Spartansuppz.com.